Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, Good evening, all Miss and Mister. So right now I will present about my assignment about how I analysis this journal. So this journal I take from PubMed and about a randomized clinical trial. And next is the checklist. Yeah, so I will start from right now. The first is the title and abstract. So you can see this title is Effectiveness of Progressive Tendon Loading Exercise Therapy in Patients with Patellar Tendinopathy, a randomized clinical trial. Nah, this the title, and next is the abstract. And we can see the abstracts. Now, in the abstract is have a objective, methods, result, and yeah. Now about the abstract first, objective to compare the effectiveness of progressive tendon loading exercise or PTLE with eccentric exercise therapy in patients with patellar tendinopathy. Now the method is a certified investigator blind blood randomized trial 76 patients with clinically diagnosed and ultrasound confirmed PT were randomly assigned in one ratio to receive their PTLE or AET. Now, what is the result? The result is patients were randomized between January and July. The intention to treat population mean age from 24 years and male 17.9%, consistent of patient with mostly chronic PT, median symptom duration 2 years. Now, most patient 18.2% undergo prior treatment for PT but failed to recover fully. Now, the 38 patients were randomized to the PLTE group and 38 patients to the EET group. The improvement in VISA-P score was significantly better for PTLE than for EET after 24 weeks. Now, next, I will maybe the result is and the method is trial design. Now, what is the trial design? So trial design is the jumper study was a certified investigator blind, the randomized controlled trial and include recreational, competitive, and professional athletes with PT. Now, the trial was conducted at University Medical Center in the Netherlands. The study protocol was registered on clinical trial prior to recruitment. All patients provided written informed consent. Now, what is about the patient? Nah, the patient is inclusion criteria were age 18 active, also 35 years old, history of knee pain localized in the region of the patellar tendon in association with training and competition. Now, that is the patient. And the next introduce background adjective. I mean is all yeah. Now the method is trial design, but the participant maybe. Now, from the participant, we see the participant is a knee pain map for pain localization for the initial eligibility assignment. Patients were asked to select one picture describing the location of pain most correctly. Now, the randomization and bleeding central computer-based randomization was performed in a 1:1 ratio to PTLE. And next is intervention. Now, intervention is the patient will randomly assigned to PTLE within the limits of acceptable pain, which is the interventional treatment or pain-provoking EET control treatment, and during 24 weeks, like the figure number 2. Now, We can see like the knee pain map for pain localization for the initial eligibility assessment. Next, I will tell you about the outcomes. Now, the outcome is the primary outcome was the VISA-P questionnaire. This validated and injury-specific questionnaire incorporate pain, function, and ability to play sport. A VISA-AP score of 100 indicates no pain, maximum function, and unrestricted ability to play sport. The VISA questionnaire was self-administered without assistance at baseline, 20 weeks, 12 weeks, and 24 weeks after a brief explanation of the questionnaire by the main investigator. Nah, this is the outline from this journal. And next, I will tell you about the sample size. Now, the sample size is like from the journal, the sample size from statistical method. Now, what is the meaning of the statistical analysis plan was uploaded on clinicaltrial.gov before completion of the study. Now, the sample size was calculated at 76 patients to detect a predefined minimum clinically important difference. We can call MCID of 13 points for the VISA-P questionnaire, and then statistical analysis following an intention to treat approach were performed by the main investigator, or we call SGB, under supervision of a biomedical statistician. Normality of the data was checked visually with key posts and tested statistically using the Shapiro-Wilk test. Longitudinal data were analyzed using generalized estimation equation (GEE) to test for between group difference in primary and secondary outcomes. Now, and next I will tell you about the randomization. What is the randomization? Maybe I will tell you about the result first. The result is between January and July. Total 272 application from potentially eligible atlas with success PT. Now, this is the atlas screened for eligibility, like excluded clinical and radiological assessment at research location, and the randomized is have a two-side patient randomized to receive progressive tendon loading exercise or PTLE within the limits of acceptable pain, and the side 2 is patient randomized to receive pain-provoking eccentric exercise therapy, or we call EET, on 25 decline birth. And after 12-week follow-up, missing from analysis, the reason no response from 2 response and 7 missing from analysis, why the reason no response from 3 people, lack of time, withdrawal due to ankle sprain. Nah, the 24-week follow-up, 1 missing from analysis and 8 missing from analysis. So the total is 37 include in primary analysis and 13 include in primary analysis too. Okay, so next is primary outcome. The primary outcome, the estimate mean VISA-P score improved significantly from 56 at baseline to 84 at 24 weeks in the PTLE group, and from 57 to 75 in the EET group. The parameter estimate for the study arm visit interaction using GEE was statistically significant. P in deciding a different course over time of the VISA-P score between both study arms. Now, the second outcome, we can see the table baseline characteristic of progressive tendon loading exercise or PTLE, and eccentric exercise therapy from age, years, uh, sex male or female, BMI, symptom duration, vis-a-vis scoring prior to the onset of PT, the level, and the sport participation. And then secondary outcomes and the table 2. The main outcome measure at 12 and 24 weeks in progressive tendon loading exercise and eccentric exercise therapy. So the last is adverse event. Okay, so the adverse event, no serious adverse event occurred while performing the specific exercise of PTLE and EET during the trial. 2 patients sustained ankle sprain while playing sport during the follow-up period. No patient report using intervention during the study period. And the next is additional secondary outcome. After the primary secondary outcome, now the additional secondary outcome in the PTLE and EET groups are listed in online supplemental table. And then the discussion. The discussion is in this randomized control clinical trial of patient with PT, PTLE provided superior clinical outcome compared with EET after 24 weeks follow-up. The improved performance of PTLE is important and clinically relevant as EET is commonly used in clinical practice and currently the recommended therapy in some guidelines. Age-likeness guidelines, our findings also indicate that PTLE is still beneficial in patients who previously did not improve during prior treatment for PT. This is the image individual change in the vis-a-vis score from baseline in patient in the PTLE group and EET group also. Adjust individual change in vis-a-vis score are shown after 12 weeks and 24 weeks exercise therapy. Adjustment between group difference from baseline to 20 and 12 and 24 weeks are showing with 95 EET, essential exercise therapy, or we can call PLTE. PLTE is the progressive tendon loading exercise vis-a-vis Victorian Institute of Sport assessment for patellar tendons. And then, the result participant recruitment baseline data number analyze the study emphasizes the important but this journal is like important. The study emphasizes the importance of exercise therapy for the conservative treatment of patient with PT. This the chronicity of symptoms in the patient include industrial. Now, the large number of patients with bilateral symptoms from PT is like 42 and the failure of conservative treatment prior to the time of study commencement 82% patient in the good treatments groups demonstrate improved in pain, function, and ability to play sport. A majority of the patients achieve the MCID or better after 4 weeks, even despite a limited adherence to the exercise program. 14 for PTLE and 49 for EET. Now, what are findings from this journal? So, we can finding from this journal is in the large clinical trial in patients with patellar tendinopathy or PT to date, progressive tendon loading exercise or PTLE result in clinically relevant benefit compared with pain-provoking eccentric exercise therapy or EET after 24 weeks follow-up. Now the other is there was a trend towards a higher return to sport rate in the PTLE group, 43% versus 27%. No significant between group difference were found for subjective patient satisfaction. Now, an exercise adherence between the PTLE group and EET group after 24 weeks, but the visual analog scale for pain scale from 0 until 10 related to exercise 24 weeks was significantly. Now, how make it impact on clinical practice in the future? Now, clinical practice in the future is very important. PTLE should be regarded as standard in general care of the treatment of patients with PT. Now, what is the conclusion? So the conclusion is in this trial among patients with mostly chronic PT, treatment with PTLE is superior to EET despite presence of chronic symptoms and their previous conservative treatment in the majority of patients. This finding support to use of PTLE in the conservative treatment of PT. So maybe I just can say like that. Now the reference like BG Sport Math, Red Sport Math, Matrix Bill, BMG, Lancet, Acrosopy, J Acrosopy Relaxure, and BMC Musculoskeletal Discord, Sport Math, and then G Ortho, orthopedy because the journal is like about orthopedy, musculoskeletal, and then the nervous about this image. And this is the outlet second for eligibility. This is the randomized 12-week follow-up, 24 weeks follow-up. The consolidation diagram consultative standard of reporting trial with the patellar tendinopathy vis-a-vis Victorian Institute Sport Assessment for Patellar Tendons. Nah, I think it's enough from me about this journal and how to analyze with concert and checklist of information to include when reporting a randomized trial. I will say thank you and sorry if I'm wrong in my opinion or in this video maybe. I will study hard after this. So thank you. I'm from Mailani Zahra IMAP 7, Mr. Golden, with name 301010240106. Everything else, so I think it's enough. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.